Is this message for you? When you feel like giving up, don't. Don't give up. Is this message for you? If you're just tuning in, that's what I want to ask you. Don't give up. When you feel like giving up, don't do it. And you may be on the brink, you very well may be on the brink of wanting to throw your hands up in the air. You want to just throw your hands up in the air, but something's telling you don't. But yet you're still second guessing yourself. Good afternoon, Apple Brooks. I was going to say good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Is this message for you when you feel like giving up? Because you may be feeling like, that's it. I've done it. I've had enough. I can't deal with the world anymore. I can't deal with people anymore. Are you at that point? Are you at that point where you're saying that to yourself? I can't deal with it anymore. I just want to throw my hands up in the air. I want to wash my hands of those people. I just want to wash my hands of the world, and I just want to give up. I just want to go crawl away, go hide away, and go stay all by myself. If I could make the world go away, I would. Are you at that point, you all, where you just want to give up? Because I can see things happening in people's personal lives and in the real world where a person would want to give up. I've been there before. I have. And you've been there before, but you may not have been there before. And you may watch this video thinking, okay, that's me, Gina, honey. I'm going to give up. I can't stand it. My body is falling apart. My family is torn apart. My life is literally falling apart, and I want to give up. Don't give up. Don't do it. Now is not the time for you to throw your hands up in the air, even though you may feel like it, even though you may feel totally broken on the inside. No, this is when you rise from the ashes. This is when you can truly rise from the ashes, even though the world is crumbling all around you, even though your life is crumbling all around you, you can rise from the ashes, because your life probably, you feel like, well, everything's been destroyed in my life. What do I have to look forward to, Gina? You talk a good talk. It's easy for you to say, why should I not give up? Because you're needed. Your light is needed in this world. And you know that it's not like you to give up. Your light is needed. If you give up, that's one less light in this world, okay? You do not want to add to the ever-increasing darkness. You don't want to be the one who gives up and people's looking all around, because that's very, very, very discouraging. By you not giving up, you can encourage people to not give up also, because people are watching you. They're watching me. We're watching each other. We're wanting to know what to do going forward. Do we just throw our hands up in the air, or do we just tough it out? Do we get tough on the inside? Do we stand up and take control of a situation that literally is out of control in our lives and beyond our control to control it? Do we reach for the controls that we can control? Do we? Is this message for you? Are you at that point of throwing your hands up in the air because you've had enough? You just want to give up. You can't stand one single bit. You don't want to hear another bad thing in your life because you've had so many bad things that you've heard lately. And just one more is going to just do you in because you can't take it. You're about to crash. You're about to break down underneath the weight of this world. Hello, Jay Jocelyn. Is this message for you? Do you want to give up? Don't do it. Don't let it break you. Let it make you stronger. It has the ability, what's going on in this world has the ability to make you stronger than you ever were in your whole entire lifetime on this earth. What is happening right now? It has the ability. You can look at it, okay. You can look at it and say, am I going to let this defeat me? Because you can look around and a lot of people have been defeated. Do you want to add to that list of people? No, you don't. You don't want to do it. This is a moment where you can become stronger. You've got it within you. You know you've got it within you. Is this message for you? And it's, do you feel like you just want to give up? Do you feel like you're at that point? Because nothing's going right in your life. You may say, Gina, honey, I don't know what you're talking about because a lot of things are going right in my life. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what all these other people are talking about it. I'm talking about there's a lot of other people who are under a lot of stress. That's what I'm talking about. About your life may be going perfectly fine, but that's not the case in a lot of people's lives. Their life ain't going perfectly fine because they just happen to be one of the people whose life is crumbling, their health is crumbling, their families are crumbling, everything's crumbling around them. And they're looking around in the world and thinking the world is crumbling too. We're all going to you know what if something doesn't change. And you may feel like that and you may be right, but we don't want to hurry up and go there. We don't want to go to that place. We want to do all that we can to avoid that situation in life where life becomes a living HE double hockey sticks. You don't want to get to that point. Is it avoidable? I hope and pray that it is totally avoidable. Even though it may look like that around us, I would hope and pray, and that's what I'm holding on to on the inside of me, that we can hold it together and we don't have to go just like the rest of the world is going. We don't have to let it happen inside of us, because if we can keep our peace, if we can keep that strength within us, we can hold back this war, this destruction that is seeking to come after every single one of us, you all, spiritually speaking. We can hold it back. Is this message for you? Do you feel like giving up? Because there's a lot of people they're feeling like they want to give up. And you don't know if you've got the strength to continue. You don't know if you've got the strength to continue. You're starting to doubt yourself when you really never doubted yourself before. But now we're seeing what we're made of. We're seeing what we're made of on the inside. We really are. And people are seeing what you're made of on the inside. And the watchers out there, the powers that be, other people, they're watching too. What are the people made of? They're thinking. Because you know they're watching. They are watching. They want to see what is going to happen. Yes, Donna Lee, honey, thank you. They want to see what's going to happen to the people. Okay? There are some who may love it. The darkness, I'm sure, loves it when someone throws their hands up in the air and gives up. They do love it. Well, we don't love the darkness. We don't love the darkness. And if just the mere knowing that the darkness loves it, when we give up, oh, that should make you never want to give up. Especially if you pictured it as like a devil entity, a demonic entity. No. You don't want to give it that pleasure. You do not want to give it the gratification or any of it. You fight to the very end. Fight to the very end, you all. Don't give up. Don't give it the pleasure that it seeks, the enjoyment, seeing us fall apart and giving up. No, we're much stronger than the darkness gives us credit for. Really, we're a whole lot stronger than that. The darkness really, truly does underestimates a lot of us. Totally underestimates us. That's too bad for it. So is this message for you? Do you feel like giving up? Don't give up. Don't give up. You don't got to give up. I don't got to give up no matter what happens in my life. My life can get flipped upside down just like that. And I could be standing here looking at the pieces of my shattered life, or sitting on the floor or the ground crying. But it's not the end of the world. It's not. It might be the end of that particular world that was built around me. But it's not the end of my world on the inside of me, my life. No, we still got time left on this earth, you all. We still got something to do, no matter what happens, you all. That's right. And just because that happens, and it's nothing to make light of, you all. It's nothing to make light of when someone's world is falling apart and they find themselves literally crying, broken beyond repair. It's nothing to make light of because it's very, very serious. It is. And if you're that person, don't give up. No, don't give up. Get up. Get up and pull yourself together. If you're that person, get up, pull yourself together, and keep walking down this road called life. We don't know what the future holds. We don't. We have no idea. But I tell you what, if you don't get up when you're broken down, when you've fallen down, if you don't get up, you'll never be able to heal. You'll never be able to heal if you don't get up. Make yourself get up when you have stumbled, you have failed, your world is crumbling, and it's brought you to your knees, and you're praying and stuff. Get up. Do your praying. Get up. Don't lay there and become, no. See, get up and keep going. If this message is for you, don't give up. Do you feel like the world is falling apart, your life is falling apart, and you're on the brink of giving up because everybody else is giving up, everybody's dying around you, people are losing their livelihoods, and you're thinking, well, I guess I'm going to lose my livelihood too. You could. I could. We all could. There's a possibility. But I really couldn't imagine everybody giving up at the same time. No, that would be a major, major victory. Thank you, Amarcy. A major victory for the darkness. Oh, it would love it. It would hurry up its plans for humanity, its dark, evil plans for the earth. No, see, we're not. We're an army of light. We can't desert this army of light, you all. It would be like a deserter. Be like a deserter? No. No, we're in here. We're in here for the long run. And you may say, well, I'm not around a bunch of people, Gina, but even though you're in your little spot of the world, you're by yourself or whatever, you don't have to give up. It doesn't matter if there's a lot of people around you or not. Your light still matters. You're still part of this army of light. Okay, that is holding the darkness back. I'm part of the army of light. You're part of the army of light. Okay, we are. We're not doing the biddings of the dark one. We're not the one out here sowing seeds of destruction, destroying lives, and because that's what the darkness does. It destroys the light. It's the opposite of good. It's bad. It's bad. It brings forth destruction. There's nothing good that comes from this darkness when it does things. So don't give up. Don't give up, you all. You cannot, don't do it. So is this message for you? And this message is just about done because my words are just about done. It doesn't have to be alone. No, don't give up. I'm not going to give up. And you're not a quitter. I'm not a quitter. You're not a quitter. And there's a lot of things going on in the world. A whole lot of things going on in the world. And if you focus on all of the things that are going on, and if you focus on all the negative in your life and things that is going wrong in other people's lives, what is there that is good for you to focus on if you allowed all your attention to be drawn to all the bad? No, you've got to let that light shine through the bad. Okay, you do. There is good. There is good that you can focus on also and help redirect others to focus on the good. Even though something's happened, you can encourage others. You can encourage yourself too. You can tell yourself, well, that happened, and now what am I going to do? You can wallow in your misery. You can. Or you can think, well, okay, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to pray. And you can do that. I've done that. I have done that. When I go into a deep meditation or prayer, Oh, I'm going to be out for 2 days. I'm going to be sitting in total silence, trying to figure out what it is that I'm supposed to do, waiting for that inner knowing on the inside of me. What am I going to do? Because I know I'm not going to give up. I just need to know which way forward. I'm going to go forward because there's nothing left behind except a path of destruction. The only way is forward, you all. Just think about that, because that bridge, the bridge in the past, those bridges are being burnt down in some people's lives, totally burnt down. There is no going back, and they know it. No going back, even though they try to continually build a bridge back to the back part of the life that is behind them. That bridge does not last. You may be that person trying to build a bridge backwards. Try to get back to that part of your life that you lost, that got destroyed. You can't rebuild that bridge. Too much time has passed. The only way is forward, because sometimes when you want to build a bridge back, there may be something or someone on the other end thinking, no, I don't want you building that bridge back. You may be finding that out in your life, even with family, even with friends. No, they don't want that bridge reconnected. People have changed. People have changed. I know I said this I was over. People have changed. And they're not the same as you thought they were. They're not. That breeze feels good. That breeze feels good. If I was in the house, I wouldn't be able to feel this nice breeze on my body. If I was in the house, just sitting there, just thinking negative and not in a down mood, I wouldn't be able to come outside and feel this breeze. But I want to come outside. I want to live my life. I want you to live your life. I want you to make the most of your life. Live your life. Don't just stay a shut-in when you don't have to be a shut-in, okay? Don't be that, okay? Don't be that. If you're able to get out and go forward in this world, thank you, Marcy. When you're able to get out of your house and go forward into this world, do it. Don't limit yourself. A lot of people limit themselves. A lot of people think, well, nobody wants me around. Nobody cares about me. Nobody cares about me. Why are you talking words of self-defeat to yourself? Don't be talking words of self-defeat. Sometimes we're our own worst enemy, you all. No, don't give up. Get those thoughts out of your mind, because it's self-defeating, you all. Okay, when you can't build a bridge back there, and you try and you try and you try to rebuild a life that you had lost exactly the way that it was, you'll find out. Even like this is what I found out too. I had some good friends in Henderson, Nevada when we lived there. Had a lot of good friends there. But when you move away, we were there for 7 years. When you move away and you think, oh, those relationships, you're going to pick right back up the way it was. No, you're not. Nothing stays the same like that. You'll find out that some relationships, oh, they're never the same. Once you're gone, once all that time has passed, people grow within themselves, their relationships, and you can't, it's not the same. It's not the same. Now, you may have friends in your life and loved ones. It doesn't matter how much time has passed. You literally can pick back up where you left off, literally. But in some relationships, whether they be friends or family, there's no picking back up. There is no picking back up. I'm just talking reality. There's no picking back up. You can't go back. It's like the way is shut. And if the way is shut, you have to go forward and build new relationships. Even though you may think, well, who am I going to build new relationships? I don't even know what's going to happen, but God knows, okay? I don't even know, but God knows. I would never know if I didn't make the choice to move forward. And some people have a lot of important decisions to make in their life, you all. You may be trying to putting off those decisions because it's uncomfortable making them, because you don't want to. They're major life decisions that people are having to make because they feel like giving up and they want to start over. But they don't know how. They don't know how to start over. They don't know how to start over from totally rebuild their lives. You can rebuild your life. Will it be the same that it was before? No. Will it be better? It quite possibly could be a whole lot better, but you'll never know if you give up. You'll never know. It all depends on your attitude too. Your attitude going forward. You got to be positive. Is this message for you? Don't give up. You got to be positive. If you feel, listen, sometimes we can feel a tugging in our inner spirit right here to do something, and you know it. You know it. You can feel it, like when you're supposed to speak up and say something and you decide, no, I'm not going to open my mouth, and then your heart starts pounding inside your chest. And you still try to keep your mouth shut when you're supposed to say something, but your heart keeps until you say whatever you say. Or you're supposed to do something and you know you're supposed to do something. And it's kind of like you're quenching the Holy Spirit within you. You're quenching that spirit, that life, God-given spirit on the inside of you is what you're doing. You're quenching it. You're not letting it speak. You're silencing it, and it's speaking to you by making your heart pound. That really, truly, making your heart pound on the inside of you. And when you're trying to go a different direction, when you're supposed to be going in another direction in your life, and you're thinking, no, I don't want to. I want to go that direction. You'll find out when you try to go to that other direction, you get obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. When you do not get on the path that you're supposed to be on in life, and you know it, you're going to find trouble all along the way. You are. Been there, done that. Been there, done that, because I thought, oh, I know what's best for me. I don't care which way I'm supposed to go. I don't care if I'm not supposed to do that. I'm going to do it. I'll find out what happens when I do it, because bad comes from it. Every time I do something, it'd get a little bit worse, and my spirit would know it. My spirit would know it. And I'd keep on going. I'd keep going forward, doing that thing that I was not supposed to do, or going that direction that I wasn't supposed to do. Oh, and it got worse. It didn't stop until I stopped and thought, okay, I'm not doing it no more. I'm going to start listening. It's not what you want. At times, it's what God wants in your life, really. Your divine purpose on this earth. You won't make it if you try to keep being you're the one trying to call the shots, okay? Sometimes you can call the shots. Sometimes the universe intervenes and the universe calls the shots in your life. Is this message for you? Don't give up. Don't give up. Sometimes you can't go back and build bridges in your life. You cannot. There's no going back. It's only forward. Only forward in life. Sometimes you can go back. You can go back at times. You can. Under special circumstances. Maybe you had to learn something, and maybe somebody loved you enough to let you go off on your own and learn whatever it was that you had to learn. Sometimes that happens. You had to fall flat on your face, just like that. Flat on your face because you wouldn't listen. Do your own thing. Sow your wild oats, whatever that stuff is you all. No. Sometimes that's what has to happen to people. You go out and you got to have it. You got to have it. You got to do it. Boom. You find out what happened when you thought you wanted to do this. You're going to have it. You have all your fun. Go do this and that. It's not all that it's cracked up to be. It's not. And there are special occasions that you can go back. Go back. But it's not always the case. It's not always the case, you all. It isn't. Are there any absolutes in life? I don't know if there's any absolutes. I really don't. Yeah. I mean, you can continue doing something. Okay. Yeah. So, is this message for you? If you feel like giving up, if your world is falling apart and you cannot take much more, and you're really feeling it, you just want to give up. You can't sit there and see your friends, your families falling apart, people dying around you. You can't handle the heartache anymore. And you may be up there in your years and you thinking, I've never seen anything like this on the earth in my whole entire lifetime. And it's so heartbreaking. It's very heartbreaking when I open my eyes and I look around and I see what's happening to the world, to our children, to everything. It's heartbreaking, and it truly does. It hurts on the inside. All we can do is pray. We can't give up. We can encourage people. And you may be, all you can do is pray for others and send positive thoughts. At least you're doing something. At least you're doing something. At least you're not casting spells on people, wishing them bad when they should be wished good. Yeah. So you all don't give up. Don't give up. When you give up, and I'm not just saying that, that is, you are one less light in the world when you give up. And I mean it. And you know I'm right. You're one less light in the world that's going dark. Even though some people may feel like their world's not going dark, they may look around, or maybe they've just shut out the whole world and they don't see what's going on. But something's going on. Something terrible is happening in people's lives. We're finding out what we're made of. We are. And how much can you, look, it's like being refined, like the gold being refined, stuff like that. You're being refined by the fire is what's happening. Yeah, you are. So I'm going to go. If this message for you, don't give up. Don't, no matter what's going on, don't give up. Don't throw your hands up in the air. People are watching you. And if you have a family, your family's watching you. Your neighbors are watching you. Your friends are watching you. And they don't want to see you give up. They don't, because it's going to crush them. It's going to literally send, when people see other people give up, it literally sends us downward in a downward spiral. It's heartbreaking. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. So I'm going to go. I am. And thank you. And please give this video a thumbs up, you all, if this message is for you or someone. And I know I spoke about different things, but all in all, don't give up. Even though you can't go back, even though you want to keep going back, but you find out every time you try to build bridge, there's something on that receiving end. It does not want the connection anymore. And then sometimes, you know, you can go back because you had to fall flat on your face in order to learn your lessons in life. Then you can go back at time and special occasions. But it's okay. Don't ever give up. You're one less light. We need all these lights. We're a great big army of light, and we need all of us in this world. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, I love you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, and thank you for taking the time to listen. Hello, Nierka, honey. Love you.